Well, good the fuck morning to you. And for once, it's actually morning. It's like 3:30 in the morning. Holy crap, this week sucks. And this is rent week, too. Holy shit. I've had like 4 or 5 people that couldn't afford to pay the whole fucking fare. Don't know how you get in a cab when you don't have enough money to pay the fare. Especially if you're going to a place like, I don't know, the casino. But, whatever. I'm going to start trying to post, or I should say do this more often, at least more regularly. Hello! Why isn't your ass in the East Valley at work, Lurch? Seriously? But tonight is going to be a review of the last car I owned, and that was the 2016 Altima SV. That car committed the ultimate sin in automotive eyes, at least for me. And that was, it was boring. Holy Christ, that car was boring. It really was. It had no soul, no flair. It was like sitting in a lukewarm bath. Just, it was there. I had put maybe 4,000 or 5,000 miles on it before I had to part ways with that car. The engine ran like it had thumbtacks in the gas tank. It really did. It's not that the engine didn't run smoothly, because it did run smoothly. It just tap danced all the time. All it would do is click, 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 click. And they all do that. Every single Altima does that. Every single fucking 2.5 liter 4-bagger. They all sound like that. The new Altimas are a stab at BMW. And I don't care what anybody else tries to say. They are flat out a stab at BMW. Because the way they're set up and the way they're marketed and the features they have are laying sights at a BMW 5 Series, and you're not even close. Not even fucking close. First off, let's talk about their transmission. It's called a CVT. And it's not new tech, but it's relatively new. Let's see if I remember what CVT stands for. I'm pretty sure it's constant variable, which doesn't make any damn sense. Transmission. And it has no gears. None. Nothing. It's got 2 pulleys and a chain. And depending on the degree that those pulleys are, is quote unquote what gear you're in. And anytime you try to do a hard pull on this thing, it just rattled and shook and juddered. I mean, it's not bouncing you around the car, but the whole car vibrates on a hard pull. Ooh, honey. Let's see. Is that my 4 o'clock time call, or is that my 4:15? Oh, that's my 4:15. So I got time. The CVT transmission, it just juddered badly. And again, they all do that. Anything above 30 miles an hour, you put your foot down and it's the whole time it's pulling. It was a very comfortable place to sit. That it was. Nissan's zero gravity seats, they're fucking memory foam. Don't try and bullshit anybody, they're fucking memory foam. It is a comfortable place to sit. It had some safety features. There's that lovely term I don't like. That were completely and utterly annoying. Like, blind spot detection. Sounds like it would be a useful tool, blind spot detection. But what it is an orange light that would pop on by your mirrors. That's on the inside of the car. So if you look, like if you're looking up at your door and you have that little triangle that comes up on your door where the screws and everything for the mirror are, there's a little amber light right there. And when something would get in your blind spot, it would turn on. Not so bad during the day, blinding at night. Why? No warning klaxon, no nothing, unless you went to move over. Okay. That's nice. But again, it's not something that is warned to you when you purchase the vehicle, or even in the manual. They just tell you about the amber light. So the first time this son of a bitch goes off, you're wondering what the fuck is going on. Not exactly the best safety feature. The backup camera is utterly useless. Because if anything gets on that lens, it could be a speck of dust gets on that lens, it totally fucks up your line of sight. And they were trying, Nissan was trying, at night, your reverse camera has a night vision mode. That sounds wonderful. But the minute you put it in reverse and your reverse lights kick on, it goes from night vision to regular vision. So it goes from, hey, I can possibly see what's behind me, to what the fuck, it's all just white light back there. Again, a rail driver like myself, I use my mirrors, I back in just fine. But for the general public and people that have become accustomed and use these backup cameras as a crux, it's a bitch. It really is. They could have, worked a better angle with the camera. Again, it almost feels like it was slapped on a matter of factly, just after the fact. Like, oh shit, we forgot to put a backup camera on the car. Yeah, that looks like a good spot. Let's go there. They tried making it a grand tourer. They really did. They didn't want to market it as a GT car because, then your insurance goes through the fucking roof. But they tried to make it a grand tourer, and like I said, it was a very comfortable place to sit. You could probably go on a long haul in that car, and your ears won't be bleeding, and your back won't be dust, and everything like that. It's just the little niggles about it that annoy the ever-living fuck out of you. And yes, I understand, minute details seem to get under my skin more than most. But for the price you pay for the car, those things are 28 G's brand new. 28 grand. Okay, this is not a cheap car. But holy shit, the thing depreciates about as fast as a Ferrari accelerates. Because the minute you drive that fucker off the lot, it's worth $16,000. $12,000. Bam, gone. Holy shit. The fuel economy was okay, I guess. My Altima did not like cheap fuel. It did not like 87. I noticed I got better fuel economy running 89 and 93, which I know by general rule of thumb, if you're running higher octane, you're going to get better fuel economy. But I mean, it was a massive difference. Like if I put the cheap shit in my car, I'd get maybe 19 miles to the gallon. If I put the expensive shit in my car, I'd get almost 30. There's a big gap there. I don't know if it's just because of the way the engine was tuned, the way the ECU was tuned, what have you. But again, that's another glaring gap, and I think that's, again, another fault on Nissan. They could have spent just a little bit more time tuning their ECU. Because, Lord knows, there's only a finite amount of tuning that you can do with a direct fuel-injected engine. You can gap your injectors one by one. That's about really it. I mean, you could technically put a spacer on each injector, but then you're stepping into the realm of high-end tuning, and you're talking about like a $10,000 tune job at that point, and I'm not spending 10 G's just to get 5 better miles a gallon. But they could have spent a little bit more time working with the ECU, tuning the mixtures, what have you. And holy fuck does that thing have blind spots. Oh, I see why they put the blind spot detector in it. The A-pillar's about as thick as my goddamn calves. And yes, I know, again, it's all in that lovely word of safety. Come on, man. If you're rolling in your car, you're going to get fucked up. Period. If you had a full fucking, roll cage in your car, you're still getting your bell rung. Why the hell do I need A-pillars that fucking thick? And for those of you that don't know, that is an A-pillar right there. It's what sits your windshield in. That's all the real bitches I had about it. It had an amazing stereo system in it. It was a comfortable place to sit. Actually, it's not all the bitches I have about it, because I need to talk about S mode, or sport mode. That was a severely failed attempt. Because when you put the car in S mode, it does a lot of wonderful things, but it doesn't make it go any faster. At all. Little flaps in the seats would fold in to hold you a little bit tighter. That way you don't, make a turn too fast and end up in the passenger seat. It had active exhaust. The exhaust got a little bit louder. Okay. Yes, the throttle response sharpened up a bit. But it still didn't do anything to help overall performance and make the car go any faster. All in all, like I said, I think Nissan was trying to take a swing at BMW, and they're punching way out of their weight class. The styling of it is something I didn't understand either. Because from a good distance away, the Altima is a good-looking car. That I will say. From the front, it is a sharp-looking car. But it promises you things that it can't deliver on. Yeah, shit mode. That's exactly what it is. But it promises you things that it can't deliver, because the front end, the front of the hood is bulbous and raised and bi-leveled. So you got the flare of the fenders and the curvature of the fenders, and then you have the hood that pops up over it. Trying to look like, almost trying to, what I think, rip off the C3 Corvette with the way the fenders flared out and then the hood was above it, and making it look like, oh, I'm this hardcore race car. No, you're not. You're not even close. You do 0 to 60 in 7.8 seconds. That's not impressive. That may have been impressive in the 60s and the 70s. That may have been impressive. Well, not even then, because that was the horsepower wars. Okay, so maybe the 80s. But 7.8 seconds, that doesn't put you in any form of performance class. And it could be that I'm trying to look at the car from the wrong direction. It really could. Because my old gear-headed ass wants to look at everything in performance. And it's not really marketed as a performance car. It tries to be one, but it's not marketed as a performance car. It's, brought to you by middle management. It's for the guy that, just got the assistant manager position at his branch of the check cashing place and wants to buy himself a nice car. Why did I end up with one? Because my Sonic was a piece of shit and I worked at a Nissan dealership. Would I have another one? Probably not. If I was given one, maybe. And especially if it was the SL version with the six-banger with the 3.5 liter V6 in it, because that's a whole different monster. The V6 that's in the fucking Altima is the same V6 that is in the SL Altima, is the same V6 that's in the 370Z. Granted, it doesn't have the gargantuan tune that the Nismo Z has, but it's the same skeleton, it's the same bones and meat. That would have probably delivered a lot more in the S mode. But then again, it's made it up with that horrible CVT transmission. It's just... I'm sorry, but if you're trying to... You have to pick. If you want your car to be a grand touring car, or, come close to a GT car, it has to be, in all aspects, comfortable. The juddering on a hard pull is not comfortable. It's not. Like I said, all Altimas do it. It wasn't just mine. Every single Altima that has that CVT transmission in it judders. It's almost like everybody has to be first. Everybody has that race to be first. And instead of taking an extra week or 2 weeks or a month to perfect the design. They're like, yeah, fuck it, it works. Just throw it together and throw it out the door. That's why recalls are so goddamn high. All in all, I'd probably give the car about a 5 out of 10. It's average. It's an average car. That's really it. And like I said, it commits the ultimate cardinal sin. It doesn't have character. It doesn't have soul. It doesn't have anything that makes it stand alone on itself. Even if it was a really bad car. Like, really bad cars. Look at the fucking Gremlin. Look at the Pinto. Hell, look, for some reason, the Chevy Chevette is making a comeback. All of these were horrible cars. But they had character. The Ultimate doesn't. That, to me, is the worst sin of all. It's just exists. It's just there. I mean, I do believe that what you drive kind of sets you apart. It tells the world a little bit about yourself. And seeing somebody driving around in an Altima nowadays, they don't really care about driving. They don't really care about cars. It's just, it's a nice place to sit. I'll take one. My only fear is that most cars are going to go the route the Ultimate did. It's just there to fill a slot and check a box. That's, I guess, mainly what I think the Ultima is. It's Nissan going, hey, we need a mid-size sedan. Oh, there's the Ultima. That box is checked. It is what it is. Now, I want to say it was 2009 or 2010, they had a two-door Altima that came with a manual. That might have been a little bit more fun. That might have had a little bit of character to it. But just the four-door mid-size sedan Altima? Not really much. But that's all I got for tonight, guys. I need to go out here and try to make some money. I got 17 minutes until I go to pick up my airport run. So you guys have a good morning.